fine. That all works really well. We've still got, the exception reports, a little bit more sophisticated now. I don't ever remember them. Let's see if I've got any that I can just show you quickly rather than just running through it. No, I haven't. Anyway, so you've got the data load files there. So I'll just open it. They can be formatted for commas, tab, whatever.
Yeah? Sure. Yeah, this.
Usual stuff. Just to remind you, the other thing we can do in here is we can exclude specials or transfer special characters or text from something to something else.
Understood. Yeah.
And we've got it all on the screens now, so it's a lot easier to use, and there's help to text everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which you never used to have. You'd never have seen any of this.
Right.
So if you was to use it, you don't have to keep remembering. Yeah. It tells you what happens, where the double clicks are, what it does in pre-val, all these sort of things, or what it does in validation, blah, 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 blah. Yeah?
Yes.
And in exceptions, it also gives you the color code, so you know what the errors are.
Yes, right.
Do you remember the Excels where you got the cell colored?
Yes, I remember, yes.
Yeah, lookup problem, man tree. It's all documented now. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, the big difference from what you would have seen is, I'm not going to go through that today, is a transform, yeah, and also the principle now that actually we tag whether a file's coming from somewhere or going to a legacy or a target. Yeah?
Okay.
So what I mean by that is, what version am I looking at? Canvas, yeah, this should be all right. So if you actually, if you see here now, you've got legacy files, which are from, it could be anything, doesn't matter, but not a target file. So you've got the raw data from somewhere, now you want to transform it. So what I want to show you on that instance is, now looking at the new system, we don't have a load.
Yes.
As such, it's done completely different. We still got the data load management screen, which is this one, which I'll go through again, the new features next week. Yeah?
Okay.
But this is the really important one. So this is completely different. Yeah?
Okay.
So what you do now is you don't load the file. You attach it. You know about attachments, yeah?
Yes, okay.
You see a load of attachments here. So if you was a customer and you said, Kevin, I want to use your software, I said, well, send me some examples. And what I can do is this.
Okay.
So some of these are, we can put in anything here, by the way. So you can add. You can actually, that could come from a SQL server, Oracle server, I don't care, anything.
So Kevin, on the left hand side we have the list of tables. Okay.
These tables in here just happen to be the ones that I've loaded at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I actually hang on a minute. If I just get rid of them, let me get rid of them for a minute. Oh, that's another new feature, by the way. We can do click and select, or control and click.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do them more it's a lot quicker.
Okay.
So what I'm basically going to do is I'm just getting rid of these. So when you come in, you have nothing.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, right? Okay.
So you go attach it and you say, Kevin, I want you to look at my table X, Y, Z, I don't know, users, whatever. It's on a SQL. You can give me the account details. I can define it in here and attach them using ODB driver, which I'm sure you understand probably better than me.
Yeah, this is the source file.
Or Oracle, or Excel, or CSV, and the path can be anywhere you like.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense so far?
Clear, yeah, clear, yes. So this
is a lot different. So if I now click on this one, see I've got CSV text, as examples. So if I now click on that one, it will show me any CSVs that are under that folder.
Okay.
Conversely, if I clicked on the SQL and opened it, it'd show me all the tables. Yeah. So at this point, if I just click on one to show you how it works and attach it, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So at the moment, that won't exist on the left-hand side. I've attached that.
Yes, okay.
That's it. It's attached.
So
very quick.
So now it loaded the data into table?
No, it's attached. See down the bottom here?
Okay,
See it?
I can see. Okay.
Logically with the arrow.
Okay.
You with me? So it's logically attached. You can logically attach Excel as well as you can logically attach SQL tables.
Oh.
Exactly the same principle. Quite
Okay.
clever.
Okay.
All right. So that's easy, isn't it? Not
Yeah.
really very hard. So if you said to me now, here's the, I could set it up and go across the one and pick it up. Bang, put it in here. Yeah. The reason I'm telling you all of this as well, if you have a look, there's a lot of files here that are attached that are lookup tables for currency. Stuff like this, yeah?
Okay.
You see, they're all attached from an
Yes.
external access database. Now, when we go to WVD, we probably want to move them to SQL backend
Okay.
attachments. You with me? They're logically attached, not physically in there.
Okay.
Right, so this stage, what you would do is I would then click that and hit the analysis key.
Okay.
Now, what it's going to do, it's going to tell me what fields are in that attachment and whether there's any issues.
Okay.
Now, it's assuming the first field's a key, that's why it's put green in.
Okay.
If it had problems, it would tell me there's duplicate. Can you see it's got K there?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you can actually turn that off, or you can turn another one on. But look, it won't let me. It's got
Yes.
3 nulls. You can't have that as a key. Can you see that?
Yes, I
Very
can.
clever.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to put it back to there. That's fine. So the other thing it's telling me is minimum and values, and it's telling me minimum and max lengths. Really clever and really powerful. So this stops us getting in a mess with truncation. Do you remember we used to have the odd problem?
Yes. So
Yeah. Go on.
no. So this will load the data that we already has attached to the file. So and it will validate for the respective fields, right?
Yes, but I haven't loaded it still. I've just done the analysis.
Still analysis. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's telling me what's in here.
Yes. It is in.
Next
It is still in
stage,
your local.
I could actually then load it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now if I load it, it's not approved.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said carry on.
Yeah.
There it is. Now, the other clever thing about this is if the file, if you had an Excel, let me just pick up any old Excel for you, just to prove the point. I'm gonna pick up. It's my golf stats. Yeah. I've never tried doing this, but it's crap. But let me just see if it actually what it makes of it. So I'm pulling that down and putting it in imports. Yeah.
Okay.
This personal file. Oh, I don't like. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, it's because I've got it open.
Okay.
Right, so I'm just to show you how powerful this is.
No problem.
You
Okay.
might struggle with it actually because it's not properly formatted, but anyway, not to worry. There we go. There it goes. Touch it. There you go.
Yes. Okay. So you got the Excel data into
Never
table.
had that in. I've never ever tried to put that in.
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so the format is all crap, but if I was to load it,
Okay.
it's going to create me a template. So it doesn't know it, but it's going to say, okay, you want to load it, I'll create you a template.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never tried this, by the way. There you go.
Yeah. Understood. Yeah.
You can see how powerful it is. So now it's loaded the whole table in for me. So what you probably do is you wouldn't really do it. And you notice, look, it's called it a legacy load.
Yes.
Yeah, here. So in other words, it knows it's never had known about it before. So it's going to define it as a legacy, and it will give it a specific name and take it from the spreadsheet. Very clever. Yeah. So now if I try and if you look at that, look at these pre-val and val. If you notice they're greyed out, it won't let me pre-val and validate that because there's no point. It's not a target file. It let me do that. That's a target. It's a proper load file, not that one. But what I can do, and I'll tell you more about this another time, it recognises legacy, it turns on the transform,
Okay.
and do you want to configure it? In other words, do you want to link it to you can then create a transform template, yeah?
Okay.
Transfer from, whatever it's called, to whatever it's called, and you can start defining it. So That's still being developed at the moment. At the moment, we have to do that ourselves.
Okay.
Eventually, we'll have it in here. So this is really important because what we can do now is we can load samples of your customers' data, or you or anyone could, and you can have a good idea of the problems you've got with the data before you even start. So if I double click, I don't like it because the format's a bit naff, but anyway, if I show you one, if you double click on any of them, it will show you the stats for the name.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
length, counts, all sorts of things. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, within sort of very, very short period of time, where it might have taken days to set up the template and then look at their data, then tell them they've got problems, we can do this instantly.
Yes.
Within a couple of hours. I
Right.
did it for one customer for about 5 files, and I could say, right, okay, I'll give you a fixed price because I've looked at the data. As long as this is my assumptions are right, I put it in the SOW, it'll be 10 days or whatever.
Right.
Whereas before, I could only ever do it on time materials. A lot of customers don't like that.
Yes. Right.
So you can see it's pretty nifty.
Yes. Yes.
The other thing as well is you can go straight to data management, and the big difference here, the old system, when you clicked on a file, you'd see the tables beneath it.
Okay.
Because it's got very busy, we've now split that out into a pop-up screen.
Hmm.
You can see more data, you can see more of the fields, and you can see, and you can see all the settings in one place as well. Yeah, that's probably not a good example, but if I had
Right.
one that was set up properly,
Right.
you can see all the validation rules basically.
Yeah.
And there's some other clever stuff.
Okay. And Kevin, so it will give the error reports also.
Yeah. You've got all the error reports. It's got them all in here. Between releases, I can't show you the whole thing. Next week, I'll better take you through the whole lot.
No problem.
Yeah, so you can see if I had. Hang on a minute. Let me just have a look quickly. Just a sec. I might have one here. No, I can't show you. I'll show you next week in more
No
detail.
problem.
I really wanted to show you this piece because this is massively different from anything
Yes.
we've had before.
So
Very powerful. But you have got reports in here that you can run as well. Yeah, it's all sorts of stuff.
we have also integrated with the Cornerstone CSOD location. So if we give, can we integrate with the target location to place the files, to place the generated files?
If you wanted to, yeah. I mean, when I tend to be on site, you can change the
FTP system settings.
Where is it?
Yes.
It's a long time since I've been in this one. There.
Okay.
You can see it's a lot different from how it used to be. So you can have, at the moment, we tend to use a very simple structure for the reports, but for the data load path, that could be anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be a LAN or WAN.
Right.
One thing I've never tried is actually addressing directly to a FTP side, but it's all Microsoft, so in theory, well, maybe not. I don't know. We'd have to try that. But
Yeah, we can try that. That's not a problem. Yeah.
that's not. I know it's not a big issue. It's just putting an integration in there. Yeah. So that's all I wanted really to tell you. I'll give you a better update next week, and then once you've got the WVD set up, I'll get you to load it up.
Yeah, sure. Maybe.
It's actually quite a lot. I mean, I'd have to package it up and give it to you, but I'd zip it all up. Because now, if you look at it, you actually... This is one of the things we're turning our mind to. There's quite a few... remind me to tell you about performance in a minute. So I'd have to give you some of these other databases it refers to for the reference data, particularly these ones.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So how much is the size, Kevin? Total size of the complete?
Oh, Christ knows, don't know.
Approximately. Again, it depends on the files as well.
It depends. I mean, that's
Yeah.
16 meg for the code,
Okay,
and
okay.
this one's 280 meg.
Then it's very small
It's not
only.
big,
Yeah,
no,
it's not big. It's
enough
not
in the
big.
scheme of things, no.
Yeah, it's not big.
By the way, before I forget, yeah, the other reason this is really powerful, before I forget to tell you, is one of the reasons we changed to this is the two-step was to attach, is because loading the files from attachment is a lot quicker than loading it via an Excel.
Okay.
So to give you some idea, when I first run this, I thought it'd broken because it's so quick. I thought nothing's happened. I've got to find my stats somewhere, but it is incredibly quicker than it ever used to be, and I'm talking massively. Remember, sometimes it used to take a while
Yes.
to load the files.
Yes.
Not anymore. I somewhere or other, I actually, let me see if I can find it. That's the old timings, but it's massively quicker than that. It's unbelievably quicker. Just hang on a sec. I'm not sure it's in here. Be in one of these presentations, I should imagine. Something we don't actually give out.
Okay.
We don't want people to know how quick it is, actually, necessarily. Oh, why can't I find it?
No problem.
How do Google find using website? It's Matrix. Won't be that. It'll either be a work Excel, I would have thought. Anyway,
No problem. Yeah.
let's put it this way. I loaded 20,000 records,
Okay.
which is quite a big load. It took 25 seconds.
Okay.
I loaded 1 million records, and it took a couple of minutes.
Right.
So that is a massive improvement. So now we can do a lot bigger files.
Okay.
All right. So like I said,
Yeah.
we've got help everywhere as well. So that's it for the
Sure.
minute. So let that sink in. Let's catch up next week. So
Okay.
you let me know when you've got a bit further on with WVD.
Yeah, I will show you.
As soon as I get the
Yeah.
new release out next week, I'll test it and then we'll go through it. And then we'll get a copy on the WVD and you can test it and I can test it then,
Okay.
hopefully.
Maybe I'll give a small demo, like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So that where we are exactly.
Yeah, please. So what